Hey guys, how's it going? Earlier this week, we did an editorial talking about kind of like the creatures explained from the hit movie A Quiet Place. And now today we're going to talk more about the origins, where they came from, and how they got to Earth, and then eventually wreaked havoc on basically the world. Most of this information actually is not from the movie itself, it's from the director, the production team, people like that. So to start things off, the creatures come from a planet that has no light. So they evolved to not have eyes and instead like hyper-evolved ear-like senses, and they hunt with sound. Now they're also intelligent and can communicate with others of their species with certain sounds. And this is actually something really interesting to me because they didn't really do that in the movie. They never really communicate with each other. We didn't see multiple creatures talking to each other at all. And another thing that was interesting to me is that they're from outer space, but they don't really seem advanced. And because they don't seem advanced, they don't use any technology in this movie, I was kind of like, how did they get here? And we'll get to that later, but it's interesting that they're so advanced, but they seem so primal in the movie. Now, it appears that they were not the only creature on their planet. There was other dangerous creatures, and John Krasinski even says that they developed and adapted this invincible armor on them that even makes them bulletproof to protect themselves from all these other things on their planet. So presumably their planet's a very hostile environment. There's probably other animals there bigger than them, maybe even smaller than them, that can hurt them to the point where they had to develop armor that durable. Now their planet also likely had water due to the fact that we see the creatures swim and dive without much effort, and while they do kind of freak out about any sounds that they don't freak out about is like rivers and waterfalls, which I thought was really interesting, which makes me feel like they're used to that kind of sound and it doesn't really stick out to them. Now there are many planets in the universe, but a planet so devoid of light that a species would evolve hearing capabilities to this extent is kind of limited. And the darkest known in our universe is TRES-2b, which is a bit larger than Jupiter. Actually, it's an exoplanet. Now this planet is so dark, it's said to be blacker than coal and reflects about 1% of light that reaches it. And also interesting fact is that the surface temperature of this planet is said to be more than 1800 degrees, which presumably is Celsius. It's about 3 times the gravity of Earth, and this planet would likely be a good inspiration for these creatures' homeworld, but it's likely not the homeworld that would be used in the movie due to the fact that it's 750 light years away. But like I said before, it wouldn't be shocking if this planet or a planet like this was used as an inspiration. Now, how'd they get to Earth? Well, director John Krasinski said that their homeworld was destroyed, didn't say how, but that these creatures survived that explosion and rode to Earth on asteroids from the leftover remains of their planet, which is kind of crazy if you can imagine that. And there's several of these meteors that landed all over the Earth, but the first one landed in Mexico with a force similar to a nuclear bomb, which is kind of shown in newspaper clippings, in the movie. And from here they attacked large cities like New York City and hunted basically anything on land that made sound. The only creatures that we confirm are kind of safe are birds, because we see a lot of birds in the movie, presumably because these creatures can't fly. But there you guys go. That's kind of the origins of these creatures as far as we know, the most we can know at this moment, because likely we won't get a sequel, unfortunately. But I do hope they make a book or something like that to go more into the backstory. But comment below your guys' thoughts, what do you guys think, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for checking out our content. Check out our Facebook and Twitter for our latest updates, and our website for the latest news articles and editorials. Also, feel free to donate to our Patreon if you'd like to see our current content get better. Thanks for watching. We hope you guys have a great day.